Top 10 transfer to the another old anime or basically isekai anime. Let's get started. First, Kunosuba. So Kunosuba is like a pinnacle of comedy anime. Plot-wise, it's pretty good, where our main character sort of get killed by an tractor, not even Trokun. And the matter of fact is, he didn't even got hit in the first place. And after his death, a goddess offered to help him get isekai'd into another world with one wish along the way. But he sort of tried to outsmart the goddess and take her along with him into that world. Then they meet one-time explosion queen and a fairly excited lady. Then our story progresses. The main character has no moral conducts whatsoever. He drop kicks women, steal their panties in the name of equality. The goddess is the most useless one, and one-time explosion queen is truly a one-time wonder, but cute though, isn't it?
Excuse me, what?
FBI, open up!
And the excited knight is a lady into BDSM, and when they all get combined together, they form the most hilarious cast in the anime. Their chemistry is like the best mixture of comedy. The funny moments actually make you laugh, and the best of all, their comedy doesn't feel forced. As for the isekai part, we got everything like forming a guild, check, becoming an adventure, check, learning new skill, check, killing monster, check, saving people or sort of saving people, check, and being funny during all this process, check. So yeah, it's a great funny isekai anime which deserves your watch. Then we have Rise of Shield Hero. More like getting shield power is cool now. So about this anime, our main character get transferred to another world with other 3 people with a weapon assigned to each of them, where other get sword and arrows, kind of a cool stuff. He got a shield, which is a bummer. Then still, he was cool about it, but after getting ultimate betrayal and framed as an pervert who sexually assault the princess, he got outcast by the kingdom and left alone. Then he formed his team, became the most powerful one among the heroes, and also get a nice love interest who he has sort of saved from slavery. Other than that, the story is quite good. You'll feel sympathy for the character and really relate to his motivation. The world building is quite decent, animation is surprisingly good, and overall it speaks out. Shield can also be a cool weapon if you know how to use it, and all this sort of underdog story in an isekai world is quite entertaining to watch. Then we have Drifters.
Ooh, that's a good one.
And Drifters is an ultimate combo of history, war, fantasy, and cool action. Its story is the best, animation is top notch, and its overall concept goes as Earth warrior of different time get transferred into a fantasy world and they are at all out war. As for our main character, he is a samurai and he was about to die when he suddenly found himself in an alley full of doors and a man with professional office look. Then when he tried to approach this man, he suddenly get isekai'd into this world where he meet bunch of historical figures and they plan war, use elves, dwarfs, and their unique set of skill to win the war against the Inns, which is full of action, war mind games, and dope samurai action. In general, it's quite interesting to see how they use their skill and past knowledge to win war in this new world. Then we have The Devil is a Part-Timer, which is a reverse isekai anime, which means instead of normal people getting isekai'd into another world, devils that is set in from another world along with his right hand and a hero came into a modern day Japan and kind of lost their powers now. So our devil boy is now living like a normal people in a normal world while working in McDonald's, making fries, and wants to take over the world by becoming Employee of the Month, which is very much fun to watch. As for our hero, she's a girl, she's working at the office, and now the interaction between them, like while being a normal people, is quite funny to see. Other than that, their understanding of our world give the spice to this anime, and if you are bored with people getting another old animes, this is a nice break from it which you must watch. Other than that, our main character is forced with modern problems as well, like capitalism and minimum wage, which is like the best finishing touch for this anime. Then we have No Game, No Life.
Nice.
Which is an anime designed for gamers or game lovers like me, but nonetheless everyone can enjoy this anime. For the story, it is based on a fantasy living world where everything is decided by gaming. Like if you play a game with a king and he loses to you, you will become the next king. As per our character, who are siblings and geniuses, like they have 300 IQ or something, are transferred into this fantasy world after winning a chess match against the god of that world. So now they are simply using their big brains and taking over the world as well as they have a plan to challenge the god again, which might sound boring, but keep in mind it's a fantasy world and they have magical power and stuff. Cheating is allowed as long as you don't get caught. As for the other part, it has only one season. The animation is quite unique, which I like a lot. A little bit of comedy, big brain moves, and itchiness here and there. The show is quite entertaining. Our siblings win the games by cheating or using simple logic, which adds thriller and suspense element to the story. There are a lot of mind games in the story, but the absolute best part about this anime is the chemistry between the siblings, as well as their way to cheat to win the game. Then we have Spirit It Away.
Emotional, damn it!
And it's an anime movie fam, which technically falls under isekai, although when you watch it, you guys might not even realize it's an isekai anime. No OP main character thing, not much of a flashy stuff, but still it's an Oscar winning movie, so obviously it's good. The entire plot revolves around our girl, the main character, who accidentally stumbles into spirit world along with her parents, but now they are stuck there and her parents are changed into pigs. So now she's trying to survive there as well as help her family. The whole movie is like a subtle detail and full of animation. It kind of falls under the understanding of spirit world. It's a true masterpiece from such a great studio like Ghibli, and if you haven't watched it, just grab some popcorns and go for this cozy ride where our main character get into this spirit world, get a job there, made some truly nice friends, ride a dragon, and took care of a giant baby. Then we have Rudou Zero, and it's actually dark but very much enjoyable anime. As for the story, our character get transferred into this another world, like he didn't die, didn't get summoned, or didn't even get interaction with a god. He just went there like a glitch in the Matrix, and it's an MMORPG type world where he's trying to live now. When he died there for the first time, he kind of respawned there, little bit back in time, completely on a scratch and fine, which you might think, oh great, so he can't die in this world. What's the issue here, right? So since it's respawn, all the pain, suffering, and trauma of his memory is there. Like every single emotion fall upon him, but still not a scratch in his body, which is far more worse than death. And my man, he dies a lot. As per the story, he meet a girl, then he died, then he again meet her, but for her, it's the first time. Until the point where he meet a certain level-like thing and get into a safe point, then he move to another challenge where cycle of death continues. As per the other part, if you try to explain his situation to anyone, you will die and it will reset again, and the person who was told lost their memories. Other than that, Rem is the best girl and our stupid main character falls for Emilia, which makes me really sad. Then for most of the story, he is trying to survive there and keeping every loved one safe, as well as trying to unravel a mystery behind his powers. Then we have That Time I Get Reincarnated as a Slime, which is a freaking good show. Its animation is top notch, the music is really good, and the world building is top tier quality. As for our main character who just get killed by getting stabbed from a random person, and before he died, he asked his friend to delete his browser history. So yeah, absolute legend there. And after getting reincarnated in another world as a slime, he kind of consumed a dragon and basically became an OP slime. Then he just built a village full of monsters, named them, and now he has built a country out of that village. As for the other part, the politics came along, the conflict between monster and monster surface, as well as human and monster is also brought up, but since he's an OP slime, he solves every problem and made a bunch of friends which are more or less servants during the course of story. Other than that, it has good animation, good action sequence, combined with a great story. As of the recording of this video, it has current 3 seasons, and now he is fighting a demon lord. So yeah, it's a great story and I like it. Then we have Overlord. And it's another VR MMORPG game type. So our main character is transferred into this gaming world, which he was playing for many years, and it was the last day before the game was shut down. But now he is inside the gaming world. Instead of playing from outside, all the NPCs simply gain life, which he and his friend develop, is alive now, and they think he is the master. As for the other part, he is OP as hell, and now he is set up to conquer this new world while seeking out other players like him, which are from the real world of course. The NPC think he is a god or something and a supreme being of all, but the reality is he is just a gamer and he tries to improvise everything, even goes as far as practicing deep voice while looking in the mirror to intimidate others, which give us comedic relief in the anime. It is little bit of itchy, full of action, great world building, nice story, more or less comedic, and totally enjoyable. So the character designs are pretty cool. Our main character is basically a skeleton, which is OP as hell and kind of deals with every problem easily, but the anticipation of someone who can even beat him make the story enjoyable and interesting. Then we have Sword Art Online or SAO, which is like the mother of all isekai. I mean, all of this isekai craze was started by it. As per its story, we got our main character Kirito trapped in a VR-like like game by our antagonist with bunch of other people while their real body is in real world and they are just in this VR world game. But the catch is there is no exit option in this game, and if you forcefully try to remove the VR gear, it will kill you. As well as if you die in the game, you will die in real life as well. The only way out is to complete the game. So yeah, throughout the story, we follow our main character's journey to complete this game, like how he became OP main character in the process, as well as find his love interest named Asuna, and there's sort of a love story thing. The action sequence animation is like top-notch quality. The story is quite good, at least up to its season 1. Season 2 is not too great, but season 3 and 4 freaking slaps. And if you wanna see the origin of isekai or transfer into the another old anime craze, you can watch this one. So yeah, I think these are my top 10 recommendations for isekai anime. If this video gets a nice response, I will make a part 2 out of it. And check this out, man, anime you can watch in public is out there. Just click it and enjoy. Bye bye.